Hello, my name's Gary Schotten, and I'm here hopefully to inspire better business. And we're glad you're a part of this global enterprise, this global effort to even reach out to developing nations to help with messages that would help them become self-sufficient. Today, I'm going to talk about the challenge of change. And I'm going to talk about that almost everybody that runs a small or mid-sized business has a real challenge to make changes. I know that. I know from experience. I'm going to talk about the things that I have had to do or have moved in to now being able to move our company and make changes. I hope you'll stick with me on that. Now, the big issue that we got to look at is how the question was asked from me is, how do I make my business run smoothly? Some people had toured my shop, this shop right here. I'm recording this at night where there's no noise, but in the daytime we have some 50 workers on the day shift. We have another 7 or 8 or 9 in the night shift. And so how does this run so smoothly? It's not perfect, but how do you not worry about it at the middle of the night? And how do you keep from making a trade-off from the business taking over from your personal life? Time with your spouse, time with your children. Those are battles that every single company that is a small or mid-sized that I know of has to face and fight and figure out the answer to. I'm not perfect. I have done a lot of things that I wish I could do over again. I have learned from my mistakes, and I'm still learning. So I'm not giving you the impression that I'm perfect in this. I'm still learning. You see, all of us face, in my opinion, 3 full-time jobs. When you come to work, you have 3 full-time jobs for sure. You have 1 full-time job, if you're not careful, of being the main person to take care of the customer, take care of the product, get the product out, whatever it is, a hair salon, a butcher shop, a tire repair, a dog grooming, a restaurant. We have that challenge of taking care of the customer. Oh boy, that's important. A happy customer, they'll come back. So that's really a job, a full-time job. We normally have enough things happening that we have a pretty full-time jobs just dealing with problems. The machine broke down. Somebody didn't show up for work. Something didn't go as planned. We got a delay here. We got a delay. So it's almost a full-time job just taking care of problems. And then add the third one that I'm suggesting. Oh, you've got to be changing. You've got to be improving systems and making changes and progress. How does this work? How can you do all that? I'm already tired. I already go home. I have done all of that. I have done what I'm talking about in a negative way. And I'm trying to, and now have come to some level of success now that I own a machine shop. I'm a little older, I have gained some experience. You might be surprised that I'm not at work, but about 10 to 12 hours a week. When I used to be 12 to 14 hours a day, I was now 10 to 12 hours a week. I used to not be able to take off. If I did, I'd just take off for a long weekend. When we had a holiday, be very careful when I'm gone. I'm going to be gone next month for 15 days solid, straight. I'm not going to have to check in on every move. They're not going to call me. I'm going to be in a foreign country. I do that 3 or 4 times a year. I'm gone at least 10 days, 3 or 4 times a year. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I have gone to the point that I have come through some of this and now have mastered some of it, but still learning. You see, part of this comes from me being focused on creating systems, processes and systems. If you go to any fast food restaurant or any box store like a hardware store that's nationwide or a lumber company that's nationwide, they all have to have processes. The bank has to have a process. They have a software that they constantly learning, constantly improving. Driving your skill sets down to some software that's available to almost every industry is one of the keys for us. When that software kind of becomes a bit of the boss in the sense that we are learning how to use it, and it's all inclusive, it brings all aspects of the business into one software. In our case, it brings the quality and how we do quality into that process. The way we buy materials, it's inside that software. The way we organize the quotes, it all starts as a process. You get the quote, that creates a router through the shop to make the parts. The parts get through the shop because it has the right price at the end. Invoicing is correct at the end if it starts right. Anything in that process it has goofs up, then we have a problem at the end. Shipping has its process. We're always documenting. We're creating work instructions. There's processes or systems, and then there's work instructions. If somebody's doing something specific, a task, it's worth it to write down, have them. See, I don't write it down for them. We've created a system so a part of your job is you must write down your process with some guidance, with some direction from us, and that we come now a system of work instructions. You see, one of the things that we've got to do is be able to train your replacement. Or when you're gone, somebody has to be able to do the job that you normally do. We can't say, well, we can't do that part because the guy that normally does that part's on vacation. What do you think our customer is going to say if I tell them that? Well, that's what I hear sometimes when I call some places, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, they're not any better than that. We have to give everyone in the company all the information they need to make a good decision. I've said that for years. You know, we have intelligent, dedicated, and skilled workers at every position we have. The one thing that's missing a lot of times is we didn't give them all the tools, or we didn't give them all the information. They want to do a good job. They want to improve the company. They want to make things better, but we're holding them back. I've seen this with second generation. I have a situation where I've seen very clearly where an older gentleman, maybe even older than I am, has done and been in their business for 30 years. Now the son wants to take over. Well, the older gentleman, the gentleman my age, is holding back progress because they're always saying, well, this is the way we've always done it. But Dad, there's new technology. Well, I don't feel comfortable with that. Well, we need to do it some different ways. So there's some giving up of the leadership, some of the freedom for people to have the right tools, the right instruments. Could be computers, could be measuring devices for us. It could be I buy good equipment, and then giving them all the information. So we have our data system set up so that every one of our drawings is accessible at every computer. Everyone that has anything to do with doing their job, we work hard at getting the paper, the documents, the information to them in a timely manner. They don't have to wait, and they will make a good decision. They'll make a better decision than if I try to decipher it and tell them what to do. Never point to this and start making people's decisions for them. Teach them how to make good decisions. You know, one of my problems, I'm an addict. I'm an addict to micromanaging. And part of me being gone is to counter that addiction that I have of giving somebody a task and then coming over the top of them and then start micromanaging what they're doing. That will destroy someone working for you. So the kind of person you want, if you micromanage them, they're going to hit the door, maybe not now, but sometime, because they get tired of it. I try not to do that, and part of my remedy is just be gone. I didn't know it, and yet I know the results. There's certain things, of course, you don't give everybody access to your accounting and all the information that's private. That's for you. Everything that they need to do their job. Well, I hope this helps. I hope you're inspired by these talks, and please share them. We appreciate it very much.